So I thought I'd try something a little bit different. It dawned on me that I could just combine two of my favorite things. Do you like my hair, by the way? I got it done, and so I just decided I really need to try and record some content before I wash my hair. And it doesn't look like this anymore. But combining my two favorite things, which is talking and coffee. So I think I'm going to dub these as a series of alignment coffee talk. So clever of me, right? So alignment is part of my framework. It's A.L.I.G.N Framework, which, because I love acronyms, I'll tell you what it is. So A.L.I.G.N stands for awareness, liberation, let's see if I can spell, introspection, guided action, and new identity. So in this series, I feel like this is going to be, well, I love my F.E.A.R podcast, but I also wanted to do just something else that is, breaks things down into like little fun tidbits of like some education or edutainment. That's what I mean to say. So from here on out, I'm going to film these in the morning when my brain's a little fresher, but I can literally drink coffee any time of the day and sleep like a baby. So I have problems, caffeine problems. But aside from that, so being the first of this series, I figured I'd start with the basics, which is also kind of where I started my F.E.A.R Chronicles podcast. And for those of you that don't know, that is false evidence appearing real. And I'll break down some different types of fears in another segment. But this one, I wanted to touch on the fundamental basics, which is our thoughts. And those are essentially frequencies. And I heard this earlier today, and I loved how eloquently she had put this. If I can find her, I'll tag her below. But her name is Lauren, and she said that frequency is essentially thoughts plus an emotion, which is true. So we think about that, and we think about any and all thoughts that we think are linked and tied to some type of emotion. And I like to link this frequency with our language, which is our thoughts. And this not only is the thoughts that we're thinking, that's a huge part of it, but it's also the things that we literally say out loud. So not only watching the thoughts that we're thinking, but the things that we say out loud, which is essentially most of the time what we're thinking, right? Until we put that filter on our face. But I want to speak to what I like to call these caveats that we find ourselves saying a lot of times. And I'll give you some examples, and you can insert what's applicable to you here. But one of which is, I can't have this big thriving career and be a great mom. Or we reverse that and we actually say, I'd love to have this big career, this big thriving career, but it's going to take all this time away and I can't be, a wonderful, present mother with my children. Well, you can. Who says that you can't? Why does it have to be this or that? Why can't it be, I can have this humongous thriving career and be a wonderful present mother to my children? And see, I almost caught myself there, and be a loving, wonderful partner, and be a great sister, and be a great daughter. It doesn't have to be this or that. It can be both. Okay? Little things that make a huge difference. So I'm going to record a few more while my hair still looks like this. But I will either edit the crap out of this into one, or I will clip this if it actually makes sense. And I didn't truly jump all over the place like I really just feel like I